Oi! Hello, this is the Nan Robot. It's a 55-mile-an-hour scooter. It has a 4,800 watt motor, dual motors in fact, and 35 miles of range with a 40 amp hour battery. That's some pretty huge specs. As you can see, we've got 3 really high performance scooters right here. And in the last couple of years, the market's evolved from these tiny little commuter scooters to these things, which are a huge statement on the road. Right here, we've got the VSET 10 Plus, the Nami Burn E, and the Nan Robot S7 Plus. I wanted to put these side by side so you guys can see what else you can get for about a similar price range. Today, we're gonna give it a proper ride, give it a nice review, tell you what we think of it, tell you what we think compared to this, the Nami Burn E, which is like a benchmark for a brilliant electric scooter that you'd pay about £3,000 for, and the VSET 10 Plus, which is a little smaller. If you wanna go partying and go crazy and just make a big statement on the road, this scooter is absolutely amazing looking. You can change the LED strip light color. You've got indicators on the back, and you've got a horn. Okay, let's get out to Stratford. Wishont's with us. He's gonna have a go. He's amazing at riding scooters. We trialed out for the ESC Championship last year, so we are professionals. Is that right, Wishont? But before we hit the road, we're gonna stick these up on a bench and give them a spin test, which we've never done before, but we'll be able to see what the actual top speed is that way. All right, first step is we've got to get them on there. So that's a good chance to see how heavy these scooters are. The Nan Robot is about 30 kilos, correct me if I'm wrong. So let's see if I can get it up on this bench. That is not a portable scooter. Whew. Okay, full speed. Woohoo! Jesus, that says 139, 140, 150, oh my God, 160 kilometers an hour. What's going on there? So I'm not sure if that is actually a way to test the speed, because I believe that we would spin it to the motor's maximum RPM and get the top speed. But I was going to 150 kilometers an hour there, and it wasn't stopping. And I kind of got scared that maybe something was going to fly off into a wall. So let's leave it at that. What do you guys think? What's the best way to speed test or bench speed test a scooter? The Nan Robot LS7 Plus is a high-performance off-road electric scooter, packed with some of the top features that are available on the market today. It can hit a whopping top speed of 55 miles an hour, which is way too fast for many riders. This scooter really sticks out from the crowd with its futuristic looks thanks to its many bright LED lights, its full suspension system, and a whopping 52 kilograms of other stuff. Let's get into the details of what makes up the 52 kilograms of Nan Robot. Before we go any further, what do you think of the name? I'm not sure my Nan would be in the market for such a product. It has dual 2,400 watt motors on the front and rear wheel, which is a huge amount of power for an electric scooter. There isn't as much torque off the line as I had expected, but the speed picks up big time after 10 miles an hour. It has the option to run with one motor to save energy with the flick of a switch on the handlebars. Having dual wheel drive is very useful off-road, but can be tricky when taking tight turns on tarmac roads, as it can tend to cause oversteer or understeer, which me and Washington learned last year when we were trialing out for the ESC Championship. That's the Electric Scooter Championship. We didn't end up going because we were a bit scared we were going to kill ourselves, so we backed out on that. That gave us the chance to try some of the best performance scooters on the market, on a track which taught us a lot about what to look for in a scooter, as cornering on a track really pushes their capabilities. I really wanted to focus on getting you lot some nice clips of this thing in action with my gimbal, so I've handed over the scooter to Wishont for much of this shoot, so he can show you his skills. But I promise I can ride it. The battery is a gigantic 60 volt 40 amp hours, which gives a claimed range of 45 miles. Although, if you rode efficiently, I believe you would get a fair bit more out of it. 45 miles of range is plenty for a big day out on the trails, or if you're brave enough, you could probably cross a big city like London 3 or 4 times on one charge. The battery takes 12 hours to charge, or if you use 2 chargers, as there are 2 charging ports supplied on the scooter, you can reduce that to 8 hours. Generally, charging over longer periods of time is better for the longevity of your batteries, so I'd charge this thing overnight. I really like the nut hydraulic brakes on it. I've used these brakes on a few other rides like the Nami Burney and the Fido bike, and they pack a good squeeze. Nothing to complain about there. The handlebars are packed with controls. You've got a color screen to show you your speed, battery level, and speed mode. You've also got push buttons for switching between dual and single drive mode. There's a boost mode or an eco boost mode to be nicer to the planet. On the left side, you'll have a voltmeter, a key to turn it on, a horn, indicators, and a party-like RGB LED system with its very own button. The scooter comes stock with 11-inch off-road tires, which are ready to take you off into the trails and give you that extra confidence you need when cornering on uneven terrain. Personally, I ride mostly on roads and even terrain. And when you bank into a corner on a scooter, you really ask a lot from the sidewall of the tire. So I wouldn't be pushing my turns on wet roads with these treaded tires. I would probably save it for those weekend trips somewhere nice where it can be let loose off-road. I actually did a few jumps on this thing and it handled it really well. At night, this thing shows its true colors. The Nan Robot comes with a feature-packed lighting system with 2 rear brake lights, which function as indicators and can be controlled from the handlebars, 2 front LED lights on the deck, an impressive front lamp which has an outer ring of black light bulbs, and finally an RGB LED lighting strip on the deck and on the stem. You can choose the colors of the RGB lighting, which adds a nice feeling of customizing the ride to your mood. When you get all the lights going, it really feels like the kind of scooter you could roll up onto the dance floor with and turn some heads. Although that could be a dangerous idea. Scooters are portable, right? Well, in the last few years, things have got a little bit out of hand with the ideas these inventors are having.
Not very comfortable.
Scooters are getting bigger and bigger, and at 52 kilograms, I can just about safely lift this thing alone. The stem doesn't attach to the deck when folded, but it's not like you're going to carry this thing like a briefcase one-handed unless you're the Hulk. The stem fixing mechanism seems sturdy, but it doesn't offer an additional safety bolt, so be aware that there's only one steel bolt fixing that stem in place. Keep it tight. It's a pretty comfortable scooter to ride. It has a springy front and rear suspension, a wide wheelbase, big tires, a large overall weight, and a huge deck to stand on. All of these factors contribute to the feeling of a solid ride that isn't going to be interrupted by some bumps on the road or an ungroomed mountain bike trail. The deck is so large, I feel like I could comfortably ride with 2 riders. However, it's not so safe to do so I don't recommend it. I like how many high-performance scooters now come with steering dampers. With so much leverage over the small wheel due to the design of a scooter, it makes a huge difference to take out the micro vibrations with a damper at high speeds. It really pays off. The stem is super tall, which gives you a great posture and a high riding position, which is added to by the high ground clearance of the scooter. Having nice, tall and wide handlebars makes you feel very in control, and I feel like I could ride this thing until it runs dead without having any fatigue. When you compare the LS7 Plus against some of its current competitors out there, like the Nami Burney and the VSET 10 Plus, the Nami Burney has an awesome custom-built aluminium frame and a lot more torque off the line due to its motor controllers and its 72-volt battery. And the VSET 10 Plus ranks a little lower across the board in comparison, although it's not far off and it's more portable and has a slicker design, I feel. Therefore, in my mind, I believe the LS7 Plus fits right between the 2 scooters in terms of performance. In conclusion, the Nan Robot LS7 Plus is a massive, bright, powerful machine that excited everyone who saw it in the few days I had it. I love technology that makes people smile, and having this thing in your life would certainly make day-to-day life more interesting. Tell us if you think you would make good use of this. Where would you ride it? And would you go for this over some of the other options on the market? Please like and subscribe. We've recently just hit 50,000 subscribers and we're really excited for what's to come this year, and we want to take you on our journey into the world of e-rides and electric vehicles. From myself, Moja and Wishont, peace out.